Right, so we're in Yum Yum Central and we're going to go to This Is Your Retro. Actually, we can't see much there, but it's got the words on here. Gives you a clue. Now, who lives in a place like this?
Hello?
Come in. Well, it's the one and only.
Oh, look at me.
Brett from BAPSTARCADE, how are you?
Hello, Wayne. How you doing, mate?
Not too bad. I've come to visit your cavers.
Oh, right, okay.
Normally you're intruding mine. Today we're going to be intruding yours and see what it is that you've got retro-wise. Let's just shut that door. There we go.
There we go.
Got to make sure it's like Larry Grayson. Shut that door. This is your little cave then, is it?
It is, mate. It is. Just recently reset it all back up.
So yeah, it's quite a good collection. We'll go through that in a moment, of course.
Okay, mate.
When did you first start collecting retro computers?
Well, to be honest, I've never actually started.
Was it always a
collecting.
passion? It's something you always had?
It's something I've always done, yeah. Something I've always done since the days of the Ace-Tronic and the Atari 2600.
What's the pride of your collection, would you say?
Oh, now that is a good question. Now, I've got in here, I've got a selection of the original Xbox games.
Right, okay.
And then on this side here, a selection of PlayStation 2 games.
That's a nice set of cupboards you got there. Nicely to keep the dust off and everything, isn't it?
Got some specky games in that one.
That's nice.
Yeah. And then in this one, more specky games. And then the next one up, specky games. Next one up, specky games. Got some PlayStation 1 games there.
Yeah.
Right at the top that I don't know if you can
see,
see, there's
yeah,
some Japanese cartridges up there and some SNES and N64 cartridges.
Just about. I
Yeah.
think we can just about make out one of those labels. It's quite high up, so I presume
Yeah.
you've got a set of step ladders for somewhere.
And then in here, more
Specky
specky games. Now in here, we've got some.
They look interesting, don't they?
Yeah, we've got some nice. I mean, the Alien 8 on the BBC.
Oh yeah,
play
because
the
I've
game.
recently acquired that
Yeah.
for the Spectrum again.
Now, I've always loved these nice boxes.
Yeah, they're great, aren't they? Have you got Pentagram there? Did I see Pentagram then?
That's one I haven't got yet.
That's for the Spectrum,
So
isn't
we've
it?
got Alien 8, Gift to the Gods, Underworld. Got a couple of.
So if anybody's got a spare
64
copy of
ones.
Pentagram, we know who you can send it to.
And we got Saber Wolf there.
That's a nice one.
Nightshade, Staff of Karnoff, 64 one, Night Law.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Nice little collection,
And
that
we've
is.
also got. What else
So
we
we
got
sold
here?
a million, is it by any chance?
Dundalk,
Dundar. Yeah.
some Marsport, another one there.
Turn and knock.
Turn and knock.
Love that game.
And then you've got the Ultimate Collected Works. That's a decent one to have. So yeah, I do like my Ultimate games. There's a few that I'm missing, like Bubbler and Pentagram.
I can see some Giga artwork over to the side of you there.
HR Geiger, yeah, I'm a big fan of HR Geiger. In this one up here, we've got some BBC, Electron games up there, which I can't reach. There's loads of PC stuff in there.
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
can't we? Let's have a look at the top shelf. At the very top shelf, I can see something that looks like Bruce Lee by the things. Or
Oh yeah, just a few collection of figures up there. Yeah.
figurines. There's a Doom
Yeah.
figurine I can see.
right.
Cyberpunk, that's a newish one, isn't
Yeah.
it? Star Wars figures.
A couple of Star Wars ones.
And as we move down, we've got Capcom box. What is that box?
That is very interesting. It's one of my favourite Wii games.
Oh right,
It's
okay.
a
That's
Tatsunoko.
quite a huge box, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Tatsunoko versus Capcom.
Oh, yeah.
And inside, got the game,
Let's have a close up on that. Oh yeah.
because I do like my Street Fighter games, and this one is really good. And you get this, basically, you get this arcade stick
Oh, that's very nice,
for
isn't
the,
it? Yeah.
for the Wii. Yeah. So it's a nice little collector's piece. I don't think it's super rare, but it's
It's what's pride to you, isn't it? It's your
Yeah.
pride. It's your pride, isn't it?
yeah.
Just having a look around. We've got a joystick there, RoboCop 2. Some of these are Spectrum games. We've got a cased in television. Is that a working one, or is it just the box?
Yeah, that's a working television. That's an Ace-Tronic.
Yeah.
Most of these are Amiga games.
Yeah.
I mean, some classics
Because
here.
you love
Like,
your Amiga, don't you?
I do, Fire and Ice. There's some big box ones here. Some classic games, Project X, Shadow of the Beast, awesome. Shadow of the Beast.
Just a scroll through that. Oh yeah. The Chaos Engine.
So we've got some nice ones there. A load of blank discs here, which
I can see the CRT's working away proud there with the frame rate. So what we got running on this?
So we've got Defender running on there.
The 800. And I can see. Oh, that's.
Here's an Ace-tronic game, emboxed, Invaders. And now these came in little grey cartridges. Pretty much like the Atari ones, but yeah, very, very old system. My first ever system that was before the 2600.
Yeah, do you know Vintage Gamer's got something you really like?
He's got lots of things I really like.
He's got a Neo Geo.
Yes, they fetch some money, they do.
He's got a box version with the Neo Geo.
Really?
So as we move down here a little bit, we can see a Mega Drive, and we can see the Super NES.
There's a mini one just hiding there. That's the Japanese version.
Oh, I see. So that's full of ROMs.
We've got a SNES.
Yeah. And you can see the
mini
are those Atari cartridges at the back?
Yes, we've got the famous ET box version. So that's a decent one. We've got a classic Yar's Revenge boxed.
What he means by it's a decent box version, not a decent game.
I'm a big fan of the Atari. Mainly the Activision games.
Yeah.
Games like Empire Strikes Back. That was when Activision was actually good. And we've got games like Amidar and Q-Bert. Everybody loves Q-Bert.
Yeah, you can't beat that game. It's classic, isn't it?
Yeah.
We can see there's what's that system we got on there? Is that the
they've all filled down the back.
Nintendo?
That's a N64 with a. That's a Bluetooth pad. That's quite a modern pad.
I see. To go with it.
No, it's
to go with this.
You can use that on any Bluetooth compatible device.
Oh, so it'll work on my Spectrum Next. Oh, the Dreamcast.
The Dreamcast.
Underrated system, very powerful.
Yeah.
Great, I love the Dreamcast.
Very nice machine, that is. Yeah.
Great smoke machines as well. Eventually.
Yeah.
We've got the Mega Drive.
That's the Japanese one.
What's the difference between the Japanese and the English then?
So here's the English one, so we can have a visual difference.
Yeah, we've got a silver, gold lettering. And,
yeah, it's very small. We've got white there.
Yeah.
You've got PAL RGB on there. The Japanese one, as you can see, it's got this nice burgundy design there. Huge.
Any input difference on the back, or is it?
Well, I'm running this through RGB.
So you've got it wired in as well. So everything here, basically, you've got a wired in some way.
Yeah,
I presume.
The games actually run quicker because they run at 60 hertz.
Yeah, rather than the.
Yeah, so you get full speed games.
And underneath we've got a section of cubes.
We've got some cubes here. Yeah, we've got a selection of Japanese ones.
All different colours.
I'm trying to collect the colours. Yeah, this black one is that's a UK PAL one. Yeah.
Okay. Next to that we have
got a selection of some Japanese Mega Drive games. So we've got Batman there, Strider. That's a
you seem
PAL
to be going for a lot of no English games, mainly Japanese. Is there a specific reason for that? Is it they better quality games or something?
Well, they run at 60 hertz for a start, so you get full speed, and the artwork and the
slightly darker than the English, and
you get some lovely Japanese artwork in there, which is, in my opinion, far superior to the UK PAL versions.
Oh, right, fair enough. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So let's move on to this cabinet here. We'll start from the top and work our way down. We've got
some Dreamcast games.
A little printer there, 3D printer. Am I allowed to pull this open?
There's just crap in there.
It's just a box.
Yeah, there's no games or anything in there.
A box of bits and bobs, right? Yeah. So that looks like the keyboard of death. Edge-type on that from the side underneath.
That's just like a little knick-knacks case, that is.
So I see, yeah. And there's your Wi-Fi router, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we come down to, that's a thing of beauty, isn't it? There.
Well, yes, that's one of my pride and joys. That's my toast rack.
Yeah, everybody's
Absolutely.
pride and joy. If you can get one of those in the collection, you really are a true Spectrum collector.
Yeah.
It's a must-have, isn't it? It's the first 128k, still made by Sir Clive himself.
Yeah, and this was my genuine one that I had one of the Christmases as well. So that's been with me a long time. All been reconditioned. Recapped by Wayne Retro Robbins. I think you know who he is.
Some clown from the Midlands in here.
So he did me a good,
right, we've got a Spectrum with a replacement case
Yes.
and keyboard.
Yes, this
Looks
was
nice, that does, to be fair.
Yeah, this was one.
Looks like it's
that's,
been tangoed.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, cleaned up. Put some new feet on there. Got a new plate.
I
New
noticed
keyboard.
you've got a nice glistening black on that. That's
Well, that's a secret of again Wayne Retro Robbins. I don't know if you've heard of him.
no.
But,
I'll have to look him up. I'll have to do some research. Right, so let's move over to
well, in here we got.
Oh.
That's where all the pads live.
the Jaw of Joy.
Yeah.
The Drawer of Joy, and what a stick that turned out to be. Okay, we've got a. Oh, looks like a game triangle circle spare. That is not running off this, is it?
That's
Or is running off that?
That's running off that. Yeah.
I was going to say, yeah, great game, great
Amazing
cover
game.
art, great
Love that.
sound. Let's move to the right. We got a little mini Tari sort of.
Yeah, I did a little video on this. Just a little bit of fun, really. But yeah, works okay. Obviously, you got
just
a super.
nice for a collection.
It
isn't
is.
really?
That's all it is, really. It's
I've
a shelf
noticed
piece.
you got. They look like badges to me from on the top, and I take it that's what it is. Badges
Yeah,
there.
it's just badges in the style of arcade.
Oh, that's cool.
Shame.
Cool. And you used to build these, or still do? These are the.
Yeah, I haven't built one for a while. It's just like a little Raspberry Pi arcade machine.
And you've got proper buttons. I love the way the buttons glow.
Yeah,
So
nice
yeah.
little feature.
And you filled that full of ROMs, have you?
Yeah, well, you know, backups.
Backups.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got a Spectrum on top of a Spectrum, and is it a Spectrum Plus 2
Well,
and a grey one?
It's going to be. I'll give you a bit of exclusive information here, which I haven't done yet. I'm going to be giving one of these away, one of the speckers away, and basically the competition is going to be some kind of question or comments on my channel, and when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll do a random pick, and that person will get.
So something to look forward to. Remember to subscribe to BAPSTAR Arcade's channel. He's got a couple of channels going. What's Next is and a good old natter with. Is that right?
Yeah, well, yeah, we've got What's Next, which is the Spectrum Next dedicated channel, and good old natter with is my podcast channel. Yeah,
Which has got some great interviews, including Craig and soon to be Chris, the guy that's the main man for Fusion Retro Books now.
Chris Wilkins,
There's a Zap and that.
that's
And
right. Yeah,
obviously we've got the Amiga 112, is it?
that's the
1200?
1200. Yeah, it's a bit poorly at the moment. I've got to look at that. It's not working correctly.
Ah.
And my two 500s are at Retro
I
Computers.
recognise the old awesome joystick there.
Yeah, the zip stick, my favourite joystick.
I've got one of them as well.
Yeah,
they're
brilliant
beautiful.
stick.
Then underneath we've got some trash. I mean, oh sorry, we got some Commodore 64.
Yeah, love the 64, love the 6-chip.
Yeah, it's great. We got a running joke. There's been a rivalry between Commodore and Spectrum, but it's more of a running joke than a rivalry nowadays.
That's right.
It's we got to have something to have a dig at, and you can't beat it. Some of the games on there are absolutely brilliant. I've got a fair few. I'm learning this system for the first time after all these years.
Oh, right, okay.
A tape deck to go with it, matching tape deck. You can just see how much the pigment has faded over the UV.
Yeah, you really can, can't you? When you've got a fairly newish box.
You got the box for that, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, and then underneath we just got a couple of. That looks like a video.
Yeah, we've got a VHS video.
That's almost retro itself, isn't it? Hey up. What we got here? We've got
That's some modern tech there.
a bit of modern tech. Although that's not some modern tech, is it?
That is a 3D printed model of a ship called the Anaconda, and that's from Elite Dangerous.
Oh, that's good.
Modern.
You've had that printed for you because that.
I won it in a competition at LiveCon.
Oh, that's
yeah.
cool. And a good old CRT with a video built underneath, which is a nightmare to service. I know I've had to do a couple, but still good. We're moving over now to the fantastic Acorn BBC Micro.
Yeah.
Love this keyboard, absolutely. Built like a brick, and of course you've got that fully populated. We're going to move down a little bit. I can see a switch, and I can also see a...
That's an Xbox S with a PlayStation 5 pad on top.
Yeah, I
As
can
you
see
do.
that. And we've got the old...
Now over here we've got a PC Engine.
and that's quality.
That's the step down because it's Japanese. And we've got some selection of Japanese games here. Bomberman 94 classic, Mr. Hele, Street Fighter 2, Vigilante, Galaga, and Dragon Spirit. So not many games, but you know.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's it's you know, it's always good to have not many, because you'll know what you've got. You've got a Commodore Mini.
You've got a Commodore Mini there, and we've also got.
It's all about the joystick, because that you've got the
A500 Mini. And then down here we've got a selection of N64 games. Yeah, we've got F-Zero X, Donkey Kong Racing, Perfect Dark, Daikatana.
Wow.
So, and obviously Golden Eyes there.
So what's in the drawer that's next? Is that just a
That's just hiding plugs.
hiding plugs?
That's just hiding. There's a selection of Wii U games there. That's one system I haven't got set up at the moment. That's
So Xbox 360, a couple of Xboxes ones, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
The early models. There's two of them there. Why have we got two? Is there a reason?
One's chipped, one's soft modded.
What's that thing in the front? Is that like a memory card or something?
No, this was so you could use the remote.
Oh, I see.
Use the Xbox remote. Yeah,
We're going to slide sideways, as you can see, another Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Couple of PlayStation 3s.
Yeah, one of those is the American one.
Right, so what's the difference between the American one and the English one?
Right, well, some of the main differences is the American one has 4 USB slots
As
there.
opposed to 2?
Yeah, and you've also got this little.
Oh, you
Flip
can't
up.
flip that open on the English one, can you?
No, so you get your memory cards in there.
So it's a more capable system with inputs. Are the outputs all the same at the back?
Yeah, they're all exactly the same.
I'll take it outputs in 60 Hertz, does it?
Yes, and you've got this nice silver trim here, which
Yeah,
is
it
slightly
shines
different.
beautiful
Yeah,
compared to the English one.
that's right.
Okay, and then we're going to go higher up here. We've got the PlayStation 2, a Slim
PlayStation
and
2 Fat and the Slim, yeah,
yeah.
great machines. And then I've got a selection of Wii's.
I can see there's a few Wii's there. We've got the Spectrum next. What a beautiful machine that is.
Yes,
A labour of love Kickstarter. What is it resting on, just out of interest?
that's an Alienware laptop.
Ah, that's cool. And that one doesn't belong here. We'll move on to...
No, that's your Ingo.
It's come down because he's had to update it for me. But we've got a great display. This is where it all happens with his YouTube channel.
That's correct, yeah.
I tried to avoid any addresses, of course. But look at that. There's a nice looking... it's quite a widthy little tower that is, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
So-
where it all happens, right?
Because you used to do arcade machines, didn't you? And there's
Yeah.
your camera up there with a ring. And even
And
more...
up here, so we've got PlayStation 3 games,
Zoom
PlayStation
in.
4,
Yeah,
we've got some Wii games, Imperials up there,
yeah.
we've got Spectrum Next,
Oh, Spectrum Next collection's pretty healthy, isn't it?
yeah, we've got the 360 games up there, we've got Xbox One,
Yeah.
and then we've got here selection of Nintendo Switch games.
I can see a few, yeah, okay.
We've got some boxed Spectrums up there, Spectrum Plus and a Spectrum 48 rubber keyed.
Did you get a bit closer for that one? Because the light's bleeding it out just a little bit. I can see, yeah.
Yeah. There's a little collection of PC stuff up there. The amount of PC games I've got, they're all boxed up.
Yeah.
They'd fill all this if I got all those
Right,
out.
and so if you want to take a seat, and I'll just pan the camera around a little bit, get a quick view.
Just put this back on there.
Oh, it's got to put things back up, hasn't it?
There we go.
just take a look at this artwork he's got hanging up here. Sorry about the lights on the air, but obviously he likes it in the dark, but I can imagine. It's a nice framed picture there. So you've got quite a nice collection here.
Yes,
impressed?
It's not too bad.
So what would you like to add to your collection?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. Not too much, because I'm running out of room.
Plus,
I wouldn't mind an N64.
You still want a wife in about 2 years' time if you carry on.
Neo Geo. Wouldn't mind a Neo Geo.
Neo Geo.
But no, I'm quite happy with what I've got. I tend to go for stuff that I can remember when I was a kid, rather than after the rarest games. But yeah, Pentagram and Bubbler, I'd love copies of those, just so I could finish off my Ultimate collection. But apart from that, I'm
pretty happy with what you got.
I'm happy with what I've got, yeah.
And you're pretty good on the, if anyone's got a Spectrum Next and they need advice and help, Brett is probably, not just because he's local, but he's my go-to guy for knowing what to do on the updates and stuff like that. In fact, I recently had a problem with my Next, and I took it to him and he sorted it in seconds. So he's not only done that, he's updated it. So if there's anybody on the Facebook groups ever need any help, just get in touch with this guy. He's approachable. You don't want to get too close, obviously, because but he can help you there. I can see you've got Doom.
Yeah, I got Doom running on there, on the PlayStation 1. Yeah.
Is that running on the PlayStation? I didn't even know it was available.
Yeah. Final Doom as well.
How does it run on the PlayStation 1?
It's incredible. It's one of my favourite versions of Doom.
Oh, now I need a PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
I need to get a PlayStation 1. So cool.
Yeah. It's left and right as well. Strafe left and right. There's no mouse look. There's no up and down. That was the way it was.
Well, you've got a very tidy and very impressive little room here, and nice. I can see what game you've got on here. Factory Days.
Yep. Bob Smith.
Is it any good?
Absolutely incredible game.
Oh, fair play. So you still play your Spectrum Next and play Spectrum games? Oh, that's quite neat, isn't it? Oh, that was cool.
Absolutely.
I don't see your name on the high score sheet here, though, Red. Yeah.
It was.
Was it?
I accidentally deleted it. Yeah.
Oh dear. Okay, I'll believe you. So, yeah, when's your next YouTube video normally released?
Well,
Fridays, is it? Or?
Well, I've got one lined up for the What's Next channel. I've got one lined up for a good old natter with. That's going to be Chris Wilkins. And the BAPSTARCADE channel, I've got quite a lot of footage recorded. I've just got to work on that and pull my finger out and get it
brilliant.
Get it out there.
Well, thank you for today, and thank you for letting me in your little cave.
That's okay.
And I'm impressed with your retro. So from Retro Robbins and of course Brett from BAPSTARCADE, please get a like, share and subscribe to his channel as soon as possible, depending on when you watch this. Have a nice working week or weekend. From me and from Brett yourself, it's goodbye.
Ta-ra!